Yo, what's up? I'm back with another pixel art tutorial part for my Dewott pixel art, and it's going to be the final part. So this may or not be short because this is the final part, and we only just got the face and just coloring really. This may or may not be a short part, so we're just gonna go ahead and just finish this by starting with a placement block. Now the placement block I'm gonna go over to the left here. I'm gonna go over to these two. No, it's the three sets of threes here. I'm making contact with these, like, I believe, are there 14 blocks. So let's go over to the second set. So from here, we're gonna be placing two placement blocks on top of the right blocks. That's 1, 2. As per to the black concrete, you're standing on top of the two placement blocks. We're gonna be placing 1 block. So that's 1. The placement blocks. Now from here, we're gonna be placing 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 3 blocks going diagonal up to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then for the tallest part of the mouth, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And we're going to bring it back down by placing 3 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. And 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. And then place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the right to finish this off. So that's 1, 2, and 3. It should look like this. So right, once you've done that, we're going to switch to placement block again. It's again starting on the very top of the mouth. I'm going to go over to, let's see, I'm going to go over to the left block of the 3 here. So on top, we're going to be placing 2 blocks on top, 2 placement blocks. That's 1, 2. Now switch to the black concrete, starting on top of the 2 placement blocks. We're going to be placing 5 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to the placement blocks. Starting from the right block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1 and 2. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 5 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. To the left, I meant. That's 1, 2. Still going down to the left. Alright. I place 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And then we're going to bring it down to the right by placing 2 blocks going diagonal. So that's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. And to finish this off, place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And it should look like this. It should be in contact with the left block of the 5 there. So it should look like that. Alright, so now that you've made contact with that, we're going to go ahead and switch to the snow block, the pink terracotta, and the nether rack. Starting with the nether rack, I'm going to go over to the 5 blocks here. We're going to put 5 nether racks on top, and place 3 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And place a connected 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And switch to the snow block. Now, the snow block, we're going to go over to the left block of these 5 and the top here. We're switching to the placement block underneath these 2, underneath the left block of the 5 here. Place 2 blocks. So that's 1, 2. Now switch to the snow. Starting underneath it, place 2 blocks to the right. 2 snow blocks to the right. That's 1, 2. A 5 acmes. You can see that should be looking like this. Now that you've done that, we're going to switch to the pink terracotta. Now the pink terracotta, you may have guessed it. We're going to fill in the remaining empty space that we just left behind with the pink terracotta. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm not going to. I think I'm going to do this in real time. It's not like it's a big area anyway. Once you've done that, should look like that. Now we're gonna go over to, how about we do the left eye first? We always start the left eye, right? Yeah. So let's go to the top block of these 2 blocks here on the left side, or on the left side of it, the left side of these, the top block of these 2 blocks. We're gonna be placing 6 blocks to the left, 6 placement blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now switch to the black concrete. So on the left side, place 2 placement blocks, not 2 placement blocks, 2 black concretes to the left. That's 1, 2. Let's go to the placement blocks. It should look like this. Now place 1 block up to the right and the left side from both sides of these 2 blocks here. So that's 1 and 1, just like that. All right. We're going to be placing 2 blocks up to the right from the right one. So that's 1, 2. And then 2 sets of 3s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. And then 3 blocks up to the left. So that's switching sides. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now starting from the middle block, these 3 blocks, I'm going to put 1 to the right and place 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. Alright. let's go back to the top block of these three here. From here, we're going to be placing, let's see, 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. 3 blocks. Alright, now place 2 blocks going horizontal up and over to the left. That's 1, 2. And starting on the top block of these 2 blocks here, we're going to be placing 1 block on top, so that's 1. And place 2 blocks up to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And to finish this off, place 2 blocks up to the left. That's 1, 2. Fly back beats, you can see that it should be looking like this. Alright, let's go back to the left block of these 2 blocks here. They're going horizontal. From here, the left block, place 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 3 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 5 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to finish this off, place 2 sets of 2s going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s, and it should be in contact with the 1 block that's going diagonal up to the left from those 2 blocks there. So it should look like this. Alright, so now that you've done that, we're gonna put away. Actually, we can just get rid of the pink terracotta and netherrack both at the same time. We don't need them anymore. So all we need here is the snow block, the black concrete powder, and the gray wool. So get all these blocks out. So let's start with the gray wool. The gray wool. That's gray concrete powder. I meant gray wool. Gray concrete powder. Where is it? Right here. Okay. I meant gray wool. I meant to get it out. All right. So start with the top block of these 2. On the left side, place 1 block. So that's 1, and then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, and then 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Once you've done that, we're switching to the snow block. Now the snow block, we're going to go over to the top of this area. We're going to go over to the 3rd block that's going diagonal here. From here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1 and 2. And then 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And to finish this off, place 3 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we're going to fill in a few areas. So we're going to fill, first I'm going to fill this empty space here with these snow blocks. So I'm going to do that now. And then next we're going to switch to the black concrete pattern. Now we're going to fill in this empty space here with the black concrete pattern. So I'm going to do that now. Make sure you be careful with placing black concrete powder like this, because it acts exactly like a sand, and you don't want the black concrete. You don't want to misplace a black concrete powder and then make it go all the way down there. So all right. Anyways. Now once you're done filling it in, it should look like that. Now we'll switch to the gray wool. Now the gray wool, we're going to fill this empty space here at the bottom with the gray wool. We're going to fill it in right now. It should look like this. So now we're pretty much done with the left eye, so we can go ahead and we're just going to maintain with these 3 blocks here until we were done with the right eye. So let's go over to the top block of these 2 blocks here on the right side of the nose. So starting from here with the placing block, we're going to be placing. Actually, no, we're going to start on the bottom block. So from here. We're going to be placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Place 12 placement blocks to the right. That's 12 placement blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. Now, starting on the right side of the 12 here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2. Let's get the placement blocks. Head back over here. Now from here, we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then same thing with going up to the left. I placed 1 block going up to the left. So it should look like this. And I placed 2 sets of 2s going up to the left and right side from both diagonal blocks. That's 1, 2, and 1, 2 for the left side, and 1, 2, and 1, 2 on the right side, just like that. All right, and then place 6 blocks going up to the right and left side from both sets of 2 sets of 2s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up from the right side, and then from the left side, 6 blocks going up to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should look like this. Alright, now from the left 6 blocks here, we're going to be placing 3 blocks up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place a connected 2 blocks up to the right. That's 1, 2. And place 1 block to the right side of the top block. These 2 blocks, I'll place 1 there. And then 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And place a connected 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Let's go back to the 3 here I had to place. Let's go to the middle block on the left side. Place 2 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And then 2 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the left to finish this off. That's 1, 2. Should look like this. Let's go back to the little lightning bolt, sideways lightning bolt here. So from here, the connected 2 here, we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going horizontal up a little to the right. That's 1, 2. And to finish this off, we're going to be repeating this exact pattern I just highlighted one more time. So that's 1 and 1, 2, just like that. All right, let's go over to the 2 blocks here. From here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to right. That's 1 and 2. Not the connected 2, but the ones that are not connected. The ones that's not connected. All right, from these 2 blocks going diagonal, we're going to be placing, to finish this off, 2 blocks going down to right. That's 1, 2. It'll fly back. As you can see, it should be looking like this. All right, so once you've done that, we're going to switch to the snow block. Now, the snow block, we're going to go over to the top block, the top of this area here. We're going to go over to the right block of these connected 2 here. Or technically, this block that's hanging out from the top, all these 2 blocks there. So from here, place 3 blocks underneath. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to right. That's 1, 2. And then 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So that's 1, 2. And then fill this in with the snow block. Go and do that now. And switch to the gray wool. And off the gray wool, I'm going to go over to the bottom of this eye, or the right eye. I'm going to go over to the left first set of the 2 sets of 2s here. So from here, we're going to be facing 2 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2 on the right side. And then 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to right. That's 1, 2, 3. And once we've done that, we're going to fill this empty space here that we just created with the gray wool underneath. So I'll go and do that now. Now switch to the black concrete pattern. Now with the black concrete pattern, we're going to fill the remaining empty spaces that we just left behind with the black concrete pattern. And the eye, of course. As of course, staying within the outline. I just misplaced the black concrete pattern. Oh boy. You see, that's why you don't want to misplace a black concrete pattern, or just really any concrete pattern, because you don't want them to fall all the way down, so you don't have to just go all the way down and just mine it like that. Just, yeah, okay. I'm sure you get the drill now on why you don't want to misplace it. So anyways, that's basically the fix complete. So now we can go ahead and completely get rid of the black concrete pattern. Actually, no, I think... Yeah, I think we're done with the black concrete pattern, so we can go ahead and get rid of it. I think we're also done with the gray wool as well, so you can also check that out of the way. So I think, yeah, we still need the snow block, so let's go ahead and put it away for now. All right, let's go ahead and just make these. Let's go ahead and make these a little bit organized real quick. All right, once you've done that. We're gonna go ahead and color in the Dewott pixel art now. So let's go ahead and go over to the left foot here. The left foot here. We're gonna start with the gray concrete and the, I believe, gray wool, or no, it's gray concrete powder. Yeah, it's gray concrete powder, and then the light gray concrete. So we're gonna, with all these 3 in hand, we're gonna start with the light gray concrete. Now with the light gray concrete, we're gonna go over to the left side. We're gonna go over to the top block of these 2 blocks here on the left here. So on the left side, place 2 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2. And place a connected 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And same within the same column as these 2 other here. And place 1 block to the right. That's 1. And place 4 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's just place them like that. Place them up, place one block on the right side of these 4 blocks. So place 1 there. That's just light gray concrete. The light gray concrete starting underneath this place block that we just placed. Place 5 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, it's 6 blocks. It's 6 blocks to the left, not 5. So it should look like this. And to finish this off, place 1 block up to the left. That's 1, and then fill this empty space with light gray concrete pattern. Now, pattern. I meant light gray concrete. Go and do that now. All right. Now switch to the gray concrete. Now with the gray concrete, I'm going to go over to these 2 sets of 5s. Actually, no, it's 3 sets of 5s here at your place. Let's go over to the second set on the left side of the 4th block. Place 2 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2. And place 3 blocks on the horizontal upper level to the left. We're crossing over this little outline. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Alright, now place, let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going to be placing 9 blocks on the horizontal on the upper level to the left. Again, we're crossing through this outline here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks. It should look like this. And then to finish this off, place 4 blocks on the horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It should look like this. So what we're gonna do next is let's go over to the right side. Actually, so go over to the right foot now, and we're gonna maintain with the gray concrete powder, gray concrete cement, not the gray concrete powder, not the gray concrete powder. I'm gonna go over to the right side. I'm gonna go over to this one block that's going diagonal up to the left of these 2 blocks here. So on top of it, place two sets of 2s up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. And then 2 blocks on horizontal up a level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then place 5 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to finish this off, we're going to be placing 8 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 blocks, and then shipping in contact with the left side of the 1 block that I had to place. That's going diagonal, so it should look like this. So now we can do a little filling in process of Pickle's intention, because we're going to be filling in both of the feet. So let's go ahead and just we're going to need the we're going to just put away the light gray concrete powder, or light gray concrete cement for right now, and we're going to maintain with the gray concrete powder and the gray concrete. So starting with the gray concrete powder, everything below the gray concrete outlining gets filled in with the gray concrete powder, including the right foot right there. That also gets filled in. So these 3 empty spaces get filled in, as well as those 2 empty spaces, because it goes up here, it goes in between there, it goes back down. So, and once you've done that, switch to the gray concrete. Not the gray concrete. You're going to fill in these 2 empty spaces, and that empty space over there with the gray concrete. So basically, everything above the gray concrete outline gets filled in with gray concrete. So again, fill these 5 empty spaces with gray concrete powder, and then these 3 empty spaces get filled in with gray concrete. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and move to this area right here. We're going to go ahead and put away the gray concrete powder and the gray concrete for right now. We're going to go ahead and switch to the cyan concrete, the light blue concrete, and the light blue wool. I'm going to need all 3 of these blocks here for this, just for this singular area. So we're going to switch to we're going to start with the cyan concrete. Not the cyan concrete. We're going to go over to the right side. We're going to go find these 4 here I had to place. These 4 blocks that are going up that are going up in total with the black concrete. I'm going to go over to the top block of these 4 on the right side. We're going to be placing 5 blocks to the right with the cyan concrete. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And place 2 blocks up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block up to the right. That's 1. And then 3 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to be placing another 3 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. I forgot it was 2 sets of 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. And so underneath the middle block of these 3 blocks, place 1 block underneath. That's 1. And then 3 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 2 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right to finish this off. That's 1, 2. It should look like this. Now we're going to switch to the light blue concrete. Not the light blue concrete. We're going to go over to... Let's see where we're going to go to. We're going to go over to, I think, the 7 sets of 2s I had to place here. We're going to go over to the 4th set. Basically the center set. So we're going over to this set right here. I'm going to go over to the right side. The right block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And place 5 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And place 6 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for the lowest part of this little shading, we're going to be placing, let's see, 6, 12. Okay, we're going to be placing 13 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 blocks. And we're going to bring it back up by placing 6 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 5 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to finish this off, place 3 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. It should be in contact with the, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 sets of 2. So it should be in contact with the, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th set. So it should look like this. Alright, so now we're going to do another filling in process, so pay close attention. So, it'll involve all three of these blocks, so pay close attention. So, starting with the light blue wool. Now, the light blue wool, fill this empty space here above the light blue concrete I had you just make. Fill this entire empty space here with the light blue wool. And once you've done that, switch to the light blue concrete. Now, the light blue concrete, everything below the light blue concrete outlining that we just made gets filled with light blue concrete. And once you've done that, switch to cyan concrete. The cyan concrete, we're going to fill it in everything below the cyan concrete outlining here with the cyan concrete. So again, this area, light blue wool, this entire area, light blue concrete, and then this area, cyan concrete. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the seashells. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and put away the light blue wool, the light blue concrete, and the cyan concrete for right now. And we're going to switch to the cut smooth sandstone and the birch planks. And we're going to go ahead and start on the left one because it's the bigger one. So let's go ahead and start on the very bottom here. Let's switch the cut to the smooth sandstone. We're going to go over to the very bottom here. We're going to go over to the 2 blocks here that are going up. Alright, I'm going to go to the bottom block from here, place 1 block, so that's 1. I'm going to go over to the right, I'm going to go over to these 3 as 2s here. On top of the last set, place 2 blocks, so that's 1, 2. And then we're going to go ahead and trace the outline until we touch the other side. So I'm going to do that now. It should look like this. That's just the birch planks. Now the birch planks, we're going to go over to the right side. The very right side of the shell here. I'm going to go over to these 3 here I had to place. We're going to go over to the left side, the bottom block. We're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s. Going horizontal on the lower level to left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower level to left. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. And place 5 blocks going horizontal. Actually, no, it's 6 blocks, actually. 6 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're crossing over the outline again. Alright. Now place 4 blocks on the horizontal on the lower level to left. Again, we're crossing the outline. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look like this. Alright, now place 5 blocks on the horizontal on the lower level to left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And place 2 sets of 3s on the horizontal on the upper level to left to finish this off. That's 1, 2, 3. And 1 and 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s there. So it should look like this. Alright. Let's go over to the other seashell. I'm going to go over the right side. We're going to go over to, let's see. Let's actually switch to the cut smooth sandstone before we align with the birch planks again. Let's go over to the bottom of this area here. We're going to go over to these 2 sets of 2s I just placed. I'm going to go over to the first set. So from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks on top. So that's 1, 2. Or 1 block on top of each of those. So that's it should look like that. And place a connected 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then a regular 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And to finish this off, place 1 block up to the left. That's 1. It should look like this. Alright, now switch to the birch planks. Now the birch planks, we're going to go over to these 4 blocks going diagonal. Each place, we're going to go to the first, not the first. We're going to go to the 4th block here. From here, place 3 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 3 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And to finish this off, place 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. It should look like this. Alright, so now that you've done that, we're going to go ahead and do another filling in process with close attention. So, we're going to need just only the smooth cut sandstone and the birch planks for this filling in process. So, we're going to start with the smooth cut sandstone. We're going to go ahead and fill in this empty space. Actually, no, it's 1, 2, 3. We're going to be filling in these 3 empty spaces up above the birch planks outline. These 3 get filled in with birch planks. Not birch planks, the cut sandstone or smooth sandstone. And once you've done that, we're going to go over to the right side here. We're going to fill in this empty space here that's above the birch planks outline. Fill that in with the cut smooth sandstone as well. Basically, everything above the birch planks outline gets filled in with the cut smooth sandstone. And once you've done that, switch to the birch planks, and you might have guessed it, everything below the birch planks outline gets filled in with birch planks. So again, including that area, by the way, including that area right there. So like everything here also gets filled in with birch planks. So yeah. So yeah. Again, these 4 empty spaces as well as that empty space, I get full of cut smooth sandstone, and all of these empty spaces here below the bridge planks outline gets filled in bridge planks. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're gonna go ahead and let's see. We'll do the tail. Actually, we'll go ahead and do the tail. We're basically completely done with the smooth and cut sandstone and the birch planks. So you can go ahead and get rid of those completely. You don't need them anymore. So let's go ahead and start with. Let's go ahead and switch to the gray concrete and the gray concrete pattern. We're gonna need all these blocks here. So we're gonna need both of these blocks anyways. So starting with the gray concrete pattern, we're gonna go over to the left side. This one block that's going diagonal down to the right from these 2 blocks here. So from here, actually no, 2 block. This one block that's going diagonal up to the left, I should say. From here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then repeat this exact pattern right here I just highlighted. Let's do that one more time. So that's 1, 2, and 1, just like that. And then place 4 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s. And then 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat this exact pattern right here you just highlighted. Let's do that one more time. So that's I didn't read. Okay, 1 and 1, 2, just like that. And then place 1 block up to the right. That's 1 to finish it off, anyways. So just look like this. So now we're going to do another filling in process to pay close attention. We're going to fill in everything below the. We're going to fill in everything above the gray concrete outlining with the gray concrete pattern. And once you've done that, switch to the gray concrete. Fill these 2 empty spaces here. Everything below the gray concrete pattern basically gets filled in, or the gray concrete gets filled in with gray concrete. So again, this area gets filled in with gray concrete pattern, and then these 2 empty spaces get filled in with gray concrete. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and work on this entire empty space here. And this area is pretty simple actually. It's not too much detail. So we can go ahead and put away the gray concrete pattern for right now as well as the gray concrete. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the, the blue concrete and the blue concrete pattern. So we're going to need to just do these 2 blocks here. So it's pretty simple. So let's go ahead and start with the blue concrete. Now the blue concrete, we're going to go over to the bottom left corner of this empty space. We're going to go over to this. We're going to start underneath the left seashell here. We're going to go over to these 3 sets of 2s here. On the first set, the right side, place 4 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 sets of 2s on the horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then 1 block up to the right to finish this off. That's 1. It should look like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the very top of this area. We're going to go over to this little L shape. This little that's sided like this, weirdly sided like that. That's pointing on the left side. So on the left side of the bottom block, we're going to be placing 3 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then put an additional block to the right of it. So it should look like this. So now, starting from the left block of these 3 here, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going horizontal upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then 4 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 2 sets of 2s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. Now we're going to quickly switch to the light blue concrete. Now the light blue concrete is starting on top of the left block of these 2 blocks here that we just ended up finishing with the blue concrete underneath it. We're going to be placing 2 blocks on top. That's 1, 2. And on top of the left block of these 3 blocks, we're going to be placing 2 blocks on top. That's 1, 2. And it should look like this. So now that you've done that, we're going to put away the light blue concrete for right now. We're going to switch back to the blue concrete. Now the blue concrete, we're going to go over to the right side. We're going to go over to this one block that's going to the right from the bottom block of these 2 blocks of this little L shape here. On the right side, place 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And to finish it off, place 6 blocks on diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It should look like this. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the bottom right corner this time. I'm going to find these 2 blocks that are going diagonal up to left, and these 2 blocks that are going horizontal. So I'm going to find the 2 blocks going diagonal. So from here, we're going to extend it by placing 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And then two sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. It's 2 sets of 2s. And then 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And to finish this off, place 8 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I want to make sure this is 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. I was making sure. I was just miscounting, that's why. Anyways, so basically we're done with the blue concrete outlining, so we can go ahead and fill these empty spaces. So, starting with the blue concrete pattern. The blue concrete pattern, we're going to fill in this entire empty space that goes from here, goes all the way over to the left, and goes a little bit to the left, and then goes with that empty space there. Fill that in with blue concrete pattern. I'm going to, in fact, do that right now. So just fill that in real quick. And it goes over there to the center, and it goes all the way up to here. It goes all the way back down and goes to the bottom right corner. And once you've done that, switch to the blue concrete. You may have guessed it. Everything above the blue concrete outlining, except for the empty space and this empty space, get filled with blue concrete, including those empty spaces, that empty space, those empty spaces, and that empty space right there. So again, this entire empty space gets filled with blue concrete pattern, and then this empty space, these three I meant. And then that empty space gets filled with blue concrete pattern. Blue concrete pattern, blue concrete I meant. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and... I forgot about fixing that. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to go ahead and fill in these empty spaces. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and start with the gray concrete. I'm going to go ahead and put away the blue concrete pattern. Actually, we're completely done with the blue concrete and the blue concrete pattern, so we don't need them anymore. I think we don't need the cyan concrete either, so we can just get rid of that as well. So we just are left with these blocks here. So let's start with the gray concrete and the gray concrete powder, and we're going to need those. We're going to need the light blue concrete and the light blue wool. So we're going to start with the gray concrete. Starting with the gray concrete anyways, I'm going to start with this area, the hand here. The left hand, I should say. I'm going to start by just counting from the left block of these, 12, 13 blocks here. Count 5 blocks in. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So on top of this block, so from here, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going diagonal up to right. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. That's 5 blocks going diagonal. And then place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then place 3 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And place 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. It should look like this. So now that you've done that, we're going to do some more concrete outlining here. So let's go ahead and switch to the light blue concrete. Now with the light blue concrete, I'm going to go over to the left side. And go up to these 2 blocks here. I just place next to these 8 blocks here. So these 2 blocks here on the left side, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. Now if I back so you can see that everything should be looking exactly like this so far. So we're gonna do another fill-in process of pickles and tension. So this may be confusing for some of you because there's a lot of areas we've got to fill in. So let's start with the gray concrete pattern. Not the gray concrete pattern. We're gonna fill in this empty space and this empty space, this small empty space with the gray concrete pattern. And once you've done that, we're going to switch to the gray concrete. Not the gray concrete, you're going to fill in this empty space here and these 2 empty spaces here up above with the gray concrete. And once you've done that, switch to the light blue wool. Not the light blue wool, fill in this empty space here with the light blue wool. And once you've done that, switch to the light blue concrete. Not the light blue concrete, fill in this empty space and these 2 empty spaces at the bottom with the light blue concrete. So again, this empty space and this empty space, gray concrete pattern, and then these 3 empty spaces, gray concrete, and then switch to light blue concrete, light blue wool, and then this empty space, light blue wool, and then this empty space, I should say. Oh yeah, this empty space here as well, and then this empty space and these empty spaces, light blue wool, light blue concrete. So again, you just also fill this empty space. I forgot to mention about this empty space. You can also fill it in with light blue concrete. So, all right, go ahead and fill all those in. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're gonna go ahead and go on to the head. Now we're basically onto the head. So we're gonna go ahead and fill in the ears and also the little hair at the top. First, let's do the hair at the top and start with the light blue concrete. Not the light blue concrete. We also need the light gray concrete, by the way. We need these all here. We need all these blocks here. So I'm gonna start with the light blue concrete. Now the light blue concrete, I'm gonna go over to the right block of these 4 here. I think it's the right block of these. The first set of the 2 sets of 4s here. I should place. So let's go on top here. We're gonna be placing 1 block, so that's 1, and then place. I want to say 6 sets of 2s. Yeah, 6 sets of 2s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and 1, 2, 6. And it should look like this. So now we're going to do another filling in process. A big close attention. Should be a very quick one. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch to the light blue wool. Now the light blue wool, everything above the light blue concrete that we just outlined with here. Just fill in with light blue wool. And once you do that, switch to the light blue concrete, and you may have guessed it, this empty space here below the light blue concrete that we just outlined, just fill in with light blue concrete. So again, this area light blue wool, and this area light blue concrete. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and do the ears. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and switch to the light gray concrete. Now the light gray concrete, we're going to go over to the right ear. We're going to start on the right ear, of course. So we're going to go over to the left block of these 5 here. From here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks underneath it. So that's 1, 2. And place 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And then 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. Now switch to the gray concrete. So underneath the light gray concrete that we just made, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. And 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 4 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I meant to say 5. If I said 4, so it should look like this. So it's 5 blocks going diagonal, just like that. Alright, so now that you've done that, I'm going to go to the left side. I'm going to go to the left ear. I'm going to switch to the light gray concrete again. With the light gray concrete, we're going to go ahead and place 1 block on the next to the top block of these 7 here. So place 1 there. And place 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And actually, no, it's 2 sets of 2s. Actually, my bad. It's 2 sets of 2s. And place 10 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. I believe it's 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it's 10. So it should look like this. I filled this empty space and this empty space with light gray concrete pattern. I meant concrete. Light gray concrete. Alright, now switch to the gray concrete. Now starting on the bottom of this empty space, starting on top of these 4 here, these 4 black concretes, we're replacing 1 block, so that's 1. And then 2 blocks going down to the right, that's 1, 2. And then 1 block, and then 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right, that's 1 and 2. It should look like this. Next what we're going to do is fill in this empty space here with the gray concrete. We're going to do that now. And once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and do another filling in process. It's a big close attention. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the light gray concrete for this. Actually, no. Let's switch to start with the gray concrete pattern, actually. Not the gray concrete pattern. We're going to fill this empty space and this empty space on the left side. Both of these, they fill in with gray concrete pattern. And once you've done that, switch to light gray concrete. We're gonna fill in this empty space with gray concrete, light gray concrete, I meant. And then once you've done that, we're gonna fill in this empty space with gray concrete. So again, these two areas, gray concrete powder, and this empty space, light gray concrete, and then this empty space, gray concrete. So also don't forget to fill in these empty spaces, including the smaller empty spaces there. This empty space here, including that smaller empty space, as well as that empty space, and that empty space, and that empty space, with the snow block all, of course. So these, basically, all the whiskers here get filled in with the snow blocks. Or snow block. So make sure you just don't forget about those with the snow blocks. So go ahead and do all that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So we're now into the head itself. So now we're going to go ahead and get rid of the gray concrete powder, the light gray concrete, and the snow block. All those we don't need anymore. So the only blocks that we're really going to need are the placement block here, and the light blue concrete, and the light blue wool. And yeah, you can go ahead and get rid of the black concrete, by the way. You don't need it anymore either. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's start with the light blue concrete. Now the light blue concrete, I'm going to go over to the right side. We're going to go over to these 3 blocks that are going diagonal. Let's go over to the middle, the second block. We're going to be placing 3 blocks underneath. That's 1, 2, 3. And place 5 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 3 sets of 2s going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. And then 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Alright. Now I'm going to stay with kind of in the same column, except we're going to go down to the left here a little bit. I'm going to go over to these 2 sets of 3s here. We're going to go over to the left block of the second set here. From here, underneath it, place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1 and 2. And then 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then 3 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 3. That's 3 sets of 3s. And to finish this off, place 3 sets of 4s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. That's 3 sets of 4s, and as you can see, it should be making contact with the, let's see, what is this, the 5th block of the, I believe, 13 blocks here. So everything should be looking exactly like this so far. So now for the final stretch of the final thing we're going to do for the pixel art. So we're going to go to the place milk. We don't need the place milk anymore. Now let's go ahead and get these 2 blocks out. So we need just these 2 blocks here. So I'm going to start with the light blue wool. Now the light blue wool, fill in this entire empty space here. It's just one single empty space except for that little empty space. Go ahead and do that now, actually. I'm just going to fill it in right now. So once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and fill this extremely large empty space here with the light blue wool. And once you've done that, switch to the light blue concrete. Now the light blue concrete, fill this empty space here, this empty space, this empty space, and this empty space. So basically 4 of these empty spaces get filled with light blue concrete. Do not fill these 2 empty spaces though, because those stay empty because it's a gap between his head and his arm. So yeah. So again, this area is filled with light blue wool, and then these 4 empty spaces get filled with light blue concrete. You can never fill those empty spaces. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So there you have it, a tutorial on how to make my Dewott pixel art. I hope you guys enjoyed making it. I enjoyed it making it myself as well. But I have another pixel art in mind that I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna give it away. It's gonna be a surprise. It's one of my favorite characters of all time, in terms of Pokemon, of course, but yeah, it's probably my top 10, honestly. Dewott, to be honest, for me, he's like top 20 or 30. I wouldn't go as far to say he's 40, but of course he's like top 30 for me. He's not my absolute favorite out of all the other Pokemon that I've seen, to be honest. But I do like Dewott for what he is. He is pretty cool. He's kind of like a ninja uh, type of Pokemon. He's water type as well. He's a water type. He's cool. He's kind of cool. He's not as good as like Eevee and stuff. So yeah, I'm obviously not as good as Breakson for me. So yeah, uh, in terms of what's going to be after this, in terms of what's going to be with the brand new picks I'm going to be doing, obviously I'm doing Blastoise. I'm going to do Blastoise, which is the technically the second to last old one I have to go for in terms of Pokemon pixel arts. After that, I got Chespin, which is a pixel art I never showcased on any channel. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I'll probably do I'll probably just do Chespin himself. So yeah. All right. Remember to eat your greens, stay healthy, stay hydrated. You guys know the drill by now. And peace.